I'm Vesna Jacob, and welcome to my Masterclass Introduction to Pilates. And my goal is to teach you everything you need to know to successfully start and take your first steps on the Pilates journey towards the fitness and wellness. But before we start, let me tell you a little story. Pilates have changed my life completely. I used to be a professional athlete, professional basketball player, and basketball was my everything. And injury, quite terrifying and quite extensive knee injury, has kind of changed my life. And after unsuccessful surgery, I was told that I will never be able to walk again without a limp, that I will never be able to take up any of the sports and fitness ever again, not even recreationally. And that is how my sort of journeys into the fitness and wellness field started. It started out of necessity because I wanted to be able to use my body. I was told I will never be able to sit cross-legged, I will never be able to play sports, I would never be able to have a full range of motion. There is always going to be disparity between my right and the left leg whenever I am doing a movement, and that I should just accept the reality the way it was. And luckily I didn't during meditation, and at that time I didn't even know that was a meditation, that I heard the inner voice that told me that my body could heal, that I could get better, that I could recover, and I just needed to find a way. And that is how I started exploring the movement, started learning more about the movement, about body's ability to reconnect, the body's ability to heal and recover. Educationally, I've done lots of courses, and I also am a qualified nurse and a physiotherapist, and because I wanted to have that sort of knowledge background to the movement. And then I played with a lot of different systems, with a lot of different diets and the nutritional guidance, because it all plays a role. And in my exploration, and it was a trial and error, that every system that I came across would give me something good, but then not everything was there for me. And until I was introduced to Pilates. And when I was introduced to Pilates, my world changed. The way I was looking at the body, the way I was observing the body, the way I was connecting to the body, all of that changed through Pilates. And now it has been around 20 years since I've been on that part of a journey. First I spent 2 years learning Pilates, and then perfecting it, and then I started teaching, and then I started also kind of adding and changing and modifying the classical system with all of my previous and accumulated knowledge to do and teach what I now call 3D Pilates method, or a Vesna's Pilates method, which is a combination and culmination of cumulative knowledge brought and put together into one system. So, what is Pilates? Pilates is a system invented and created by Joseph Robertus Pilates over 100 years ago, which is focusing at the body as a unit. And not only as a unit, but the most important part of that unit is this area, which we call powerhouse, or the core. And the core, in the narrow sense, means all of these deep abdominal muscles, transversus abdominis, rectus abdominis, internal obliques, external obliques, back muscles, hip flexors, extenders, gluteal muscles. So pretty much everything that is, and then of course on the deeper level, there are pelvic floor muscles and everything. So all of those intricate muscles of the lumbar and the entire spinal column. So literally everything here. And what we are looking at is that if your core is strong, from that core, your limbs are going to follow. So you should be always focusing at actually working and creating and strengthening the core, and then working towards the periphery of the body. On the other side, if we are looking at the core in a little bit more extended view, we are looking at it as these two small boxes of the hips, so with both hips, glutes, spinal column and the core in between, and then we're looking at the shoulder girdle. So can you imagine the little kind of a letter I? So that is the core. So everything that is here, and then again the periphery are the arms and the legs. So when I first came across Pilates, to me it was so groundbreaking to look at the body as a unit. Because until that time it was like, okay, you have a knee injury, go strengthen your quadriceps. Go work on your hamstrings, or if you have an injury of the arm, okay, just go and do some bicep curl. So we've been looking at the body as a set of parts rather than a unit which is made out of different parts, in which every part of the body has its own place, space, purpose, direction, and speed of movement. And one unit cannot work without another. They're all interconnected, and that is called the kinetic chain in the functional applied science. So my journey took me from Pilates into studying functional applied science and understanding truly how body correlates and how different parts of the body add on and create a chain reaction. So if you're having a knee issue, then not only you need to strengthen the knee, but you need to look at the function of the foot. You need to look at the function of the hip, because usually the area of an issue is a byproduct of dysfunction which is happening below or above that structure. Same is with the lower back. As we know, so many people are suffering from the back issues. And usually it's not just the posture, but it's also how you're using your body. How do you get into seated or a standing position from sitting? How do you exercise? What are the structures that are too tight or are too mobile? Which structure needs more strength and which structure needs to open up more? Because the body has to have a perfect synergy between the stability and mobility. So in Pilates, always, what we start with is assessment. So that is even before you start exercising. So what I like doing, and this is something that is excellent for the beginners, is that you have a little notebook with you where you can kind of write down your finding, your understanding, the communication with your body. Because what is really important is how aware are you about and in regard to your body. Because we all have our instincts, we all have that gut feel, we all have that intricate communication with our body. It is just that particularly when we are dealing with aches and pains and stiffness and issues, that we kind of accept it as this is the way our body is, and we try to block that off. Now, I want you to be more aware. I want you to observe what your body is telling you. I want you to observe that, this position doesn't really work for me. So can I adjust my posture in any which way to make it? Can I add some little tool or cushion or a ball to make it easier to maintain the good posture? So that is what we start, a combination of assessment and then with awareness. Are we aware that we have that particular posture? So in Pilates, we are talking always about symmetry and balance. That we want, when the body is balanced and there is very little difference between the dominant and non-dominant side, that there is less chance for injury to happen. Because if the body is properly balanced, properly aligned, and equally strong with the proper proportions of the mobility and stability, then there is a very little chance that injury can occur. I mean, of course, here we are talking about the wear and tear kind of injury, which are the one accumulated actually over a period of time. We are not talking about you go down the stairs, you slip and you fall and you get injured. That kind of an injury. So we are talking about injuries that are the product of imbalance and compensation, which happens as a byproduct of that imbalance. So, what do we need for the session? And then I will stop talking and then we're going to start into doing things. Pilates has some beautiful pieces of equipment which I have available in my studio, Vesna in Delhi in Kailash Colony, which are reformer and Cadillac and wooden chair, which are amazing and suited for a different condition, but for people at home. And usually we always start with the mat sessions. Why the mat sessions are important? When on one side it really helps you connect with the body on a deeper level. On the other side, it is costing you much less to have a mat rather than a reformer at home. And it's convenient, right? So you just need the mat and you're pretty much good to go, so it doesn't take that much space either. So mat is necessity, and I like the mats that are kind of have a nice, they're thick and they're nicely cushioned, so that is my personal preference. Then what you want always to have nearby is a small ball. Not only the ball you can put under your hips, under your head. I will be using ball now because that way I can rotate it where my head and kind of still be looking at the camera. So if you are not ready, please get a ball or a cushion, any sort of a pillow or a cushion that is not very high or very thick or bulky. That is going to work very well. The other two tools which we are not going to be using today, but I just want you to see, this is called a magic ring or a Pilates ring, which is a really nice way to add a little bit more of a challenge in a gentle way, but yet creating a close chain reaction, so it adds stability as well as challenge. And what I do not go without my elastic band anywhere. So this is elastic band which you can use again to add the challenge as well as to add stability to your body. Now, without further ado, let's get on the mat, and we are going to start and do our little exercises. You do not need a footwear when doing Pilates. I wear my 5'2" shoes, so but again that is like pretty much being up barefoot. So I'm going to keep pushing under my neck so that way I can keep on rotating and still looking at the camera. But in case you are having any sort of neck issues, or if when you lie down you are kind of angled up on top of your neck, which means that you might be having a kyphotic back, or you're having neck issues, definitely put a cushion. So that is one thing that really kind of makes a difference, because it puts a head in the gently, and flex position, right? So you want to have a chin slightly down towards your chest, but not to create a double chin. So you want it just a little bit, just gently, and at the same time, kind of you want the lengthening right here right behind the crown chakra, right? So that is number one. Number two, you want to align yourself in the center of it. Now, what usually helps is if you have someone, once you lie down and say, okay, now I think I'm straight,
If you can someone to click a picture of you and show you, because you might be surprised. Many times what usually happens is that we think we're absolutely straight and in reality we're kind of completely off line. Sometimes I give advice to my clients that if they're practicing alone, just to put a tape, to stick a tape right in the center of the mat. And that way, when they lift the head, they can see if they can feel the tape right in the center of the head. They can feel if the tape in the center of the spine. And then when they gently lift the head, they can see if that tape is kind of going down straight from the navel point towards the mat. So that is another way how you can keep on aligning. The third thing is when you are looking yourself in the mirror, observe when you're standing, observe, are you tilting the head on one side? Are you moving the shoulder down? Are your hips tilted to the side? Because usually what you do in standing, you're naturally going to mimic that position when you're lying down. So this is something to really be kind of mindful of. Now, before I start or as I'm settling in, there are two ways you can do this. I always like to start my session with little energy cleanse and intention setting, which can be done either you sit cross-legged and come up, okay, or you lie down and just as you're nestling yourself, as you're kind of aligning yourself, with them. Now, since all of you are beginners, we're going to come up once and you're just going to quickly do our intention setting. So, sit comfortably, place your hand in the chin mudra, and just do a few breaths. With each breath, you are bringing in lightness, clarity. With each exhalation, you're taking out the worries, stress, everything that is bothering you. Breathe in peace, calmness, forgiveness, love. Exhale all that is stressing you, that is worrying you, that is holding you back. And as you keep on breathing, just keep on bringing in that fresh, calming and soothing energy. And exhale all that you no longer need in life, all that you do not like within everything that is on you. Now take another deep breath. Place the hands at the gratitude pose over your heart chakra. And express your gratitude for the day, for the people around you, for all the positive things. Express gratitude for your body, which in spite of everything that is going on, is still doing a tremendous amount of work. Send the gratitude, love, and positive energy to all of those who are struggling, who are going through the tough times, because we all are ultimately connected. We're all in energy, and unless we all are good, none of us can. Take another deep breath and set intention. What is that you wish to dedicate today's session to? It can be healing, it can be just to have a good workout, tuning, shaking of your body, or it can be something which is much larger, peace, prosperity, that will come out of this pandemic as hard as possible. Whatever that makes sense for you, create that dedication and set the intention that you're going to commit yourself, your mind,
your intention to working on something positive for your body, but also something energy, something positive that you will do. Take another deep breath. Warm up your palms. Place them over your eyes. Smile. And with that, we are ready to start with our session. So, why is this important? Because it kind of, we all live a very busy life, stressful life. There might be some problems going on with the family, with the friends, with somebody we know. I think that there is always so much going on. And usually, how can you be aware of that subtle and gentle communication that your body has with you if your conscious mind is so occupied with everything that is happening around you? So that is not really possible. So we need to sort of put all of that outside. Everything is going to wait for you, trust me. And nothing is going anywhere. Nothing is going to change in this time that you put yourself. However, when you sort of set the intention, you're kind of making that commitment with yourself that you're going to do this to you, and through that, you're also bring something else and you're going to do something around you. So it's a very, very powerful tool. Do not start to practice without doing this, because this is youth. And I always talk about meditation through movement, and for me, that is what my practice is. It is me time where I'm alone with my inner self, I'm connected to the higher self, I'm connected to everything, I'm observing and actively participating, and everything else is inside all for time. So that way you're maximizing your effort, you're doing a much safer workout, everything is happening much quicker, right? And because you're much more connected, it's much more effective and efficient. So please do not skip this. This is a little practice. Even if you're not going to do your full workout, even if you just start your day with this, it's going to create a lot of change in your life, I promise. And then we go on the mat. So now we have our ball here. We have set our straight line. So what we're looking now at is that if I use your middle finger and the index finger and place it on ilium crest. Ilium crest or the crest of ilium are these two bone structures right in front of the hips, right? And once you find them, place the base of your arm right here, and you're looking at a straight line through the middle of your thighs, straight line through the middle of the knee, shin, middle of the ankle, and that line comes up in the second toe. You want to place the foot. This is the whole tabletop position. When you put it down, and then pull it back, half of it back. This is approximately 80 degrees. This is kind of the most stable, comfortable position. And we are just going to start with the gentle pelvic tilts. Now, pelvic tilts, what you want is to kind of bring the pubic bone up without lifting the bottom completely off the ground, and then slowly arch it. So these are a gentle pelvic tilt. And you're inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. That's how breathing happens. Why are we doing the pelvic tilts? Because a lot of people are having the sacral or the lumbar issue. So as we start with the gentle mobilization of the lower back, in case there is an issue, your body is going to take the loads of these types. So that way, when you steer your workout over to one side or on the other side, just keep in mind, I need to kind of go through the movements a little more
more carefully. Then we're going to put the hands right by the side. We're going to extend it into a little bridge. But as you're noticing, I am just gently continuing this rounding movement. So you want to have a back rounded. You do not want to go up with the arching the back. So you want to go down and then gently release. So then in and up and slowly down. Release. 2 more times. Up. Exhale. And last one. Up. And slowly down. Now we're going to lift one leg up and go through the full marching. Now, what I would like you to do, try keep your 2 fingers right on top of the iliacus and to try to lift this leg up without elevating the other side. So there is no wobbling. So the only way you can do that is if you really raise this forward, pull the stomach in. Imagine you're zipping a tight jeans. So you're really pulling, connecting, getting to this raised position. Just about the most important thing when it comes to Pilates, and it takes sometimes a little bit more effort. However, it's really amazing how connected and how more stable you're going to be once you're able to not allow any wobbly and wiggling feeling while you're in this position. Now we're going to put the hands alongside the body, arms facing each other, and then bring the knee to the chest and take the leg out. We're going to do 5 movements. 2, breathe in, exhale through the mouth. 3, 4, one more time, exhale, 5. Hold it here, we're going to take the leg down. Bring it up as high as it goes without lifting the body. Flex the toes, bring it up. Hold the toes up. Exhale, flex down 2. 3, point up. This is kind of taking it further to mobilizing the coma because taking and going through these basic movements is actually just telling you if the body, if there are any issues and something that you need to look and pay attention to. And then we're going to move circles. Now again, as you're taking that leg out, make sure that this side doesn't come off. So really use the core muscles to stabilize it and to keep it. What you can also do, if this is helping your awareness, right? To keep this limb here, so that is going to give you kind of a very palpable feedback whether or not you are taking that leg out, right? And the other way around. Breathe, inhale out of the circle, exhale up. And change the side. As you're noticing that my arms are pressing into the ground, my other leg is also pushing me. My core is engaged. So while I'm working actively on only one leg, the rest of my body is really engaged. And it's being really active, just being statically active, right? Or being passively active. Going up, flex, and down. Point. 2, up. 3, point. Up. 4, last one, up, down. 5, and into circles. Circle can be as large or as small as your body allows you to move. So do not necessarily go for these large movements. Always think that your posture, your alignment, your engagement are much more important than the size and the range of motion of the movement. So first we work on everything else and then we increase the range. And now we're going to bring both knees to the chest. Do 3 circles on each side. and the other way around. And we're going to go into the tabletop position. Tabletop position is 90 degrees so that your thighs and shins are creating perfect 90 degrees angle. Feet are hip width apart, so that same width of between the your breast is the space. And now we're going to take the hands, put them onto the thighs, push into the thighs while at the same time you're pushing the thighs back. So this is activation. And what I want you is to push into the ground, really raise the core and hold it. Breathe. This is a really deep engagement of the core. 2, 3, 4, and extend the movement. Same arm, same leg. When you're still pushing here, you're lengthening the leg and the other arm. Bring it in. Exhale, take it out. Bring it in. 3. In. Exhale, take it out. Push it out. 5. Last one. 6. And relax. Bring the knees into the chest. 3 circles on each side. Now, whenever you're feeling any stress being built, always kind of reset your position, kind of nestle yourself a bit, and legs back into the 100, into the tabletop position, and we start with a big, short, flat movements. Inhale on the count of 4, exhale on the count of 6. In 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In 2, 3, 4, try to lift the head up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold it here, bring the head down, or at any point of time that the head is starting to get a little stiff, just put the head down, back on the cushion. And try straightening the legs. Heels together, toes apart. This is called the Pilates stance or a V stance. So, head is up and give me quick short flat move. And if you're strong and you do not have any back issues, try to lower the legs a little bit down. If the neck is getting stiff, you can always put the head back, otherwise keep it up. Few more. In 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last one. And exhale. Give your knees a hug. And this down. And 3 seconds on each side. By now, you really should be feeling your core getting active. Now we're going to come up into the sitting position. Keep the same alignment, feet hip width apart. Bend the knees, place the hands on your shins. Around your back. Breathe in and as you exhale, emerge to kind of arch the back a bit. And actually you're going to come into the straight back position. Use your arms. Hold this and you're going to go down, down. And then from this position into the straight back. So we're just mobilizing this body. So down, go down a bit, and front and back. 3, 2 more. Chin to the chest, round back, exhale up. 4, and last time. Breathe in. And now we're going to extend that movement to go a little bit further down the leg. So breathe in, round the back, and now we're going down, and we keep going down. Adjust your feet. Change the hand position towards your thighs and move back. Try to lift the bottom up and keep it going up a bit. Hold this position, really feel your abs working. And then slowly come up, sit upright. 1. Around the back, into the chest, go all the way down, elbows out, hold this position. And slowly come up. Exhale. 2. Breathe in, round them down, all the way, hold. And now bring the legs together and lift one leg up. 2. Relax the shoulders. 3. Change. 1, 2, and 3. And slow up. Sit up. How is this? We are going now to move up and down. So we are going to curl down and then come up, stretch the arms. So we are going to round, chin to the chest, round the back, go down. You don't go down to lie down. So you don't go all the way down. You stop before you get onto the ground. Now, if that is too difficult, you can always put a cushion or a ball behind, which is going to kind of help you pause before you can no longer come. But I do not want you, I would much rather want you that you do just a little bit of a movement rather than going all the way down and then kind of coming up from a jerk or from your back because you cannot activate or injure yourself that way. So curl down, come all as much as you can, and then arms up. And come up, exhale. 2. Breathing down. Exhale up. 3. How are you feeling? I hope it's not too difficult. And if it is, then just use a cushion or maybe move it a little smaller. Trust me, first time I started, I couldn't do any of these things. And then you keep getting better and better as the time goes by and then you fish together. And now this time, go down, hold the arms down, and we're going to touch the heel. So come down into this semicircle. Exhale. 5, 6, reach. Exhale. 7, 8, 9. Exhale. 10. Relax. We're going to give it for a little break, not a long break, and we're going to do a little bit of the spine massage. So come at the edge of your mat. Make sure you have plenty of space behind you and there are no obstacles or nothing flying on the mat behind you. Lift the feet off the ground. Hands are gently on the side, chins to the chest, and we're going to go into nice curl. This is called the roll like a ball. Exhale, 2. So you want to make sure that you've not knocked down the roll onto the mat. And you want to make sure you stop before the feet touch the ground. Also, you want to make sure that your back remains rounded throughout each part of the movement. Hold this position and now curl down into the ground and just stay on the ground. 3 circles on each side and relax. Adjust yourself on the mat and just going to grab my cushion. And we're going back into working on our core. So the next exercise is called single leg stretches, and it's beautiful to kind of open your hips to really have a little bit more mobility, but at the same time working on your core muscles. So to start off with, we're going to give a hug to the knee. Opposite hand is on top. Same hand is towards the ankle. And you want to lift the head up and stretch the leg And just hold the stretch for a little bit, and then you're going to change. 3, change. 4. If your neck is getting tight, just put your head down, right? Until you push. 7, 8, 9, 10. And hold this position. This time, lift the leg a little bit up, put the hand on the side and on the inside of the knee. And you're just going to be moving the leg up and down. Head can be up or down, whichever way is easier for you. 3, 4, change. Opposite hand on the inside, same hand on the outside. Push into the leg and leg goes up and down. 2, 3, breathe. And 5, and relax. Come up into sitting position. At this point, you have a sip of water, and we're going to do our arm series before moving into leg series exercises. In case you're having any issues, in case there's any restrictions in your hips, you can always put a little cushions over, or you can sit and do these from the chair, so that is absolutely fine. So we're going to open the sitting ball, so just make sure that you're sitting nice and comfortable, and you're going to just start with a few circles with the upper body. 2, 3, the other way around, so with other way around circles. Exhale, 2, and 3. Sit upright, open the arms to the side. Imagine there are 2 walls that are kind of closing onto you and crushing you and pushing them away. Hold it there and small circles. The other way around. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Palms up, middle in, middle out, middle in. 2, middle in. 3, 4, middle in. 5. One more. And you're going all the way up to 0. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and go deeper. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Into cheerleader. 2, 3, both hands on each side. Imagine you're having a pom-pom. 8, 9, 10, and push through the ball. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold it there, palms up, and middle in, middle up. 2, middle in. 3, 4, 5. Last one. Hold it here into the large circles. 2, 3, exhale. 4. Last one. And the other way. Hold into this. Do not stop. Do not take a break. So I want you to feel that nice burn in the arms, because we're working on all the aspects of the muscles. So we're really getting to work on each and every angle of the muscle. Hold it up and pick the apples. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Both arms up and go all the way down. Hold it down. Relax and stretch. And now slowly slide back. Catch hold of the first shin on the way, and we're going into the camelback back. 2, 3, exhale. 4, and 5,
We're going to place the hand on the side and we're just going to go into really nice and gentle stretch. As you're going over, try to bend the elbow and you get a little bit extra stretch. And bring the arm to front. Up, one more time, all the way down, stretch. Bring it in, last time. Up, and all the way down. Beautiful. We're going to do 3 times on the other side. So we're going down, all the way. Now also observe the difference between the two sides. One side always is kind of a little smoother, has a more flexibility, has a more strength. So observe those differences, because what we want is we want to kind of get rid of those. We want to kind of minimize the space. Interlock the fingers on the base of the back and we lift the arms up into the chest and now all the way down, stretch and relax. From here we are going to open the legs wide. Now whatever you're comfortable with. However, I do not want you sitting back. So I want you to kind of be pushing kind of forward. If not straight, then I want you to be slightly forward. So you can open your sitting bones, so grab the bottom and pull it a little bit out. You can close the legs so they do not need to be in a very wide position. But if this is still uncomfortable, then just bring the legs in this position. This is kind of, and you can sit on a little elevated surface that always helps. So, if this is good to go, you're going to place one hand next to your thigh and we're just going to reach towards the opposite. So you want your little finger to pass next to the pinky. 3, 2 more, 4, last one, and 5. Change the side, bend the elbow, and reach. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 4. Last one, and 5. Now we're going to try to do it without support. Open the arms. Try to have the arms to be parallel to the floor. Flex the toes. Breathe in. Lengthen like you want to get off the ground, and then as you exhale, reach toward the opposite. Come on. Exhale. 3. Up. Lengthen. Reach. 4. Lengthen. Reach and cut. 5. 6. 7. 8. 2 more. Like 9. Last one. And hold it here. Breathe in. Rotate towards your leg. Arms up and stretch all the way down. Try to bring your entire body to be kind of right in the middle of the leg, while at the same time the other leg doesn't rotate in. So kind of push it and push it down. So this is where you get a really nice stretch in your lower back as well in obliques. Hands in the gratitude position, right over the heart chakra. Close your eyes, smile, and express your gratitude to your body for the tremendous amount of work it's been doing, for the great job it just did with the workout. And even if it was speaking and the certain things could not be done and certain things were slightly painful, still the body is doing tremendous amount of work and you just need the right guidance system to try. Express your gratitude for this time to yourself, for taking out this time, for being here and now. Send the gratitude, forgiveness, love, positive energy to all of those that are near and dear to you, to all people that you know, to those who may not know, to those who you may not like, And definitely, those who are going through kind of suffering and struggle, they need to know that we are all in this together. Until we all are trying, none of us will be right. Ultimately, right? So send all of that love, forgiveness, positivity, great energy to the world, to those who hold this path before you, to those who are yet to hold this path. Send it to everything that you are above, to everything you are below. And now collect all of that gratitude, praise, forgiveness, love, compassion, positive energy. Bring it all back into you, because everything starts and ends with you. And unless you take care of yourself, you will not be able to take care of anyone else. Another deep breath, smile, and from my end, thank you so much for being here, for allowing me to teach you, and for allowing me to express and follow my guidance. Thank you all so much, and have a wonderful rest of the day and the week, and see you all very soon. Take care. Bye.